At the end of our last video, I began working on this new project to redesign and rebuild our deer fence. I love living in the woods, but it definitely has its downsides. For one, since we live near a lake, the deer in our area are pretty much using our driveway as a direct highway from water source to sleeping grounds. So, I had to protect the vegetables. And as a commercial farmer, this amounted to get something up that will work and be done as quickly as possible, because there's always too much to do. But now that I'm homesteading, and I can take time to enjoy other aspects of gardening, I'm going to rebuild the fence one section at a time. I'm going to focus on the sections along the driveway that are behind our grapes because those vines need something upon which to climb. They short out the electric fence and their temporary trellises are starting to fail. I'm going to build a limb fence using saplings from right here on the homestead. The crossbars are going to be made from cedar, cut from the woods, just like the posts. Once I get a section done, I'll disconnect the electric wire from behind the fence. Eventually, I'd like to have the entire garden enclosed with a decorative fence like this, but let's see how this first section goes. I should have taken time to sharpen my saw before beginning this project. It's quite dull. There are two ways to tell if a chain is dull. First, you'll be working hard to get through material. A sharp chain does the work for you, while a dull chain requires your force. Second, dull chains spit out tiny sawdust. Sharp chains are able to take large bites out of the wood, meaning larger chips are expelled. You can see here how tiny the sawdust is, and though you can't see it from the video, I was working very hard. But I figured, I'm only going to be making a few cuts. It's not worth the time to go and sharpen the saw now. In the end, I should have gone and sharpened the saw. I worked on this for quite a while. Being that this is the first excellent weather day we've had this spring, this was also the first day I was outside, moving around, and working as hard and as long as I did. I'm tired, but it's a great kind of tired. The tired that accompanies a full day's work associated with fulfilling work that pleases the soul. I've got some time to do a few more quick things, including collecting the nearly finished syrup from the sap pan, closing up the natural heat mat and hoop house, and pulling the grade stakes that guarded the patio from the snowblower all winter. After that, it's time to sit and enjoy this wonderful place. Right now, it's time to get ready for that enjoyment. One thing I did not do nearly enough when I was farming commercially was stop and enjoy the life and home I was creating, and the section of the earth I was tending. Nowadays, I try to make sure I take that time to enjoy the simple things homesteading life has to offer. In general, I prefer to be up, moving around, and working on at least one project. But there is something to be said for sitting by a fire in the evening, watching the tops of the trees glow as the western sky catches fire, and looking out over the garden with Ziggy.